here saying, Ray Good would still be here. We'd listen to black people. White man said this. I'm sorry, sir, but number one, we should listen to black women because the majority of you black men voted for Trump. Y'all didn't listen to black women either, did you? You did it. Number two, who do you think is organizing all our protests? Black women! That's who's organizing all our white protests. Black women! So if we're listening to black women who are setting up the protests for us to go protest, because our white butts don't know how. Only black women know how. The whole time I ever see black men at a protest like that, sitting on the side of the road, are bashing women to go back and to be barefoot and pregnant. You know.
I think it's funny how everybody's true colors are coming out, especially the black people.
So now it's funny how black people's true colors are showing. Let's unpack that. Been the blueprint for resilience, culture, and activism. Realize that majority of the rights that you have in America are because of people who look like me. I'll keep going. She brought up Black Lives Matter, which I love this topic. Yes, we were outside fighting for our lives, not just holding signs, treating activism like a trend. It's not a viral moment, sweetie, because we live that fight every day. As for the we were there narrative, standing beside us is the same as standing for us, especially if you're quick to talk down on us the moment it's convenient. About fleeing to America during slavery. Mexico abolished slavery in 1829, which made it a refuge for enslaved black people escaping the U.S. We didn't flee. They sought freedom. Those two are not synonymous of each other. Flipping through a history book, a Google search would have told you that. Lastly, I'll say this. Solidarity comes with conditions or backhanded comments. Keep it. Black people don't need performative allies. Damn sure don't need people who want to sit here and not take accountability for their own actions and question their own people why they voted for that jackass.
There's been a lot of misplaced rage on some social media by white folks, and this is because black people are not coming out to protest or even speak out about what is happening in their community, especially when Rene Good passed. Okay, a lot of them were expecting so much from black people, expecting them to come out to protest, expecting them to speak out, expecting them to they decided to reach bait them and find a way to come out. But somehow black people are not even answering to that. Now a lot of them are not happy about it, and you have other people gaslighting black people and other people saying, oh, if you had listened to black people, maybe something would have been better, this whole thing wouldn't have happened. Well guys, I'm going to let the rest of the clips I gather for you guys to roll, then I'll come back with more commentary. But yeah, let me know what you all think in the comment section. Credit belongs to all creators on these videos, and please do well to like and subscribe. Let's go.
All the black Americans saying ICE isn't our problem, you do realize that they're kidnapping black Americans too, right? And they're just saying, oh, we thought they were African, we thought they were illegal immigrants. And then they will detain you for days, sometimes weeks, so that they can have their way with you in the ICE detention center while they figure out that you're an American citizen. In fact, that's exactly what happened to this lady right here. She's an American citizen. They detained her for 2 days and kept her in that detention center. And this is what they're doing with so many people. If you're not white, they will target you. If they just have a bad day, they just feel angry or feel extra racist that day, they'll target you, kidnap you, beat you, throw you in the back of a truck, and take you to some random ICE detention center. There was one citizen that they actually deported to a whole nother country, and she was a U.S. citizen.
First of all, that pale face needs to mind his business, okay? He gonna sit up here and say, oh, ICE is not your problem. Why are you don't even go here. What we got going on and how we choose to respond and react to certain things is none of your concern. Why are you even addressing us? You need to be addressing the agents, and you need to be addressing your fellow community, because your community is why we're in this situation that we're in right now, and why law enforcement, government agencies, federal agencies are running amok and don't have to ever answer for their brute force is because they've been doing it to black Americans since forever. The police force was literally slave catchers, and it just transmuted and transformed into the police that we see today. So for y'all to keep saying y'all are going to be next, we got to keep, I feel like I sound like a broken record, y'all. A broken record. We were first. It never stopped happening to us, but y'all didn't give a all because y'all don't care about black American people. Y'all really don't. And for you to sit up here and say black American people and then show a Somali woman, bitch, you can throw something in. You want to show a Somali woman while you're talking about black Americans being detained and kidnapped? You know what? The nerve. Somali people didn't even consider themselves African as a collective. They never call themselves black. And that woman in particular, this is why I keep feeling like it's a scheme that Todd set up. Why would she have them band-aids on her forehead? Like it's given performative. It's given, and the Oscar goes to. Now, I wasn't there. I don't know exactly what happened to her. If that did happen, it was unfortunate, but it sounded like she was reading from a script and she got the script right, as opposed to that other Somali woman that started reading the script and said, oh my God, because she said crime is bad. And I don't think that was a part of what she was I don't think that was a part of what she was supposed to say. And she couldn't even get it out because she knew she was lying and scamming and cheating, and it was a scheme.
You know why you're not seeing a lot of black people out there protesting against ICE? You know why you're seeing predominantly white people only at these events? It's because back in 2020, the Democrats utilized the black demographic to go out and riot and act a fool. And they said, oh, if you just elect us, we'll give you reparations and we'll force the police to wear body cameras and all these wonderful, amazing things, right? So black people showed up like we are known to do, and we voted up and down for one side of the aisle. And what do we get for it? Nothing, as usual, because many of us never learn. But now, here in 2026, we're seeing individuals who were slavishly devoted to the Democrat Party. Now they're seeing the Democrats over their entire 4 years in office under Joe Biden. They went out of their way to ingratiate themselves to illegal immigrants. And they sometimes prioritized illegal immigrants, even in black communities, ahead of black American citizens. And black people are sitting there saying, wait, you said you were going to give us reparations, you're going to give us X, Y, and Z, and we got nothing for it. So the silver lining is a lot of people are waking up and realizing the Democrats are only courting their next prospective voting bloc. They want to exploit illegal immigrants for an entire generation, much like they've exploited the black community for the previous several generations. And they're daring you to call them out on that and see it for what it is. So if you're wondering why you only see predominantly white liberals out here acting a fool, rioting and protesting against ICE, it's because ICE is threatening their ability to cater to that next demographic that they desperately want to lock in for an entire generation. And that's just the God's honest truth. Those are my thoughts. Hopefully you agree. And if you do, let me know in the comment section down below.
I have been struggling on how to say this, and I made a video earlier. I took it down, but y'all are focusing on the wrong people. Y'all are focusing on why don't black people care what Trump is doing. We do. But we're focusing on us and ourselves to survive through this. What y'all need to be focused on instead of, well, why aren't black people actively protesting and doing all the things that they usually do? One, because we told you we're not going to do that anymore. Okay? We told you. Y'all didn't listen. Two, because we can't help you as much as the people you need to help you. Okay? You need white people. You're focusing on black people, you need to focus on white people. You need to get their attention, their compassion, their empathy, their social and political power. You're focused on the wrong people. You're focused on the wrong demographic. Black people don't make up the vast majority of this country. We don't make up the vast majority of politicians. We are not in the White House. I'm telling you, you need to focus on white people and getting them to actively care and campaign and protest in your name, in your favor, and leave black people alone.
Why didn't black people show up to protest? So this was a question I received in my inbox, and I want to address it. And I'll give a little bit of a history lesson, but also I want to be careful in the way that I articulate it, because I don't want to be offensive, but I also need to be very blunt. Black people don't matter. Not to law enforcement, not to this administration. The police force was created. Its initial inception was done to chase down black people, enslaved black people who escaped. They wrote laws and legislation. They said black people had a mental illness that made them want to escape slavery. They classified it as a mental illness, something wrong with our brains. And even as recent as the Civil Rights March, we saw tons of action, peaceful, non-violent action that was still met with scores of police officers and dogs, and we were hosed down in the streets. We were beat with batons. Our bodies did not matter then, and they don't matter now. Not to this administration. They would love nothing more than for black people to get out in the street, protest, so that they can declare martial law. It's not safe for us to protest. Can you imagine thousands of black people on the streets? Can you imagine us saying, hands off, that we matter? Can you imagine what that would actually look like? What that would look like, what the video footage would show. I can guarantee you it will not show police officers blockading the streets so that we can protest peacefully. It will not show police officers walking hand in hand with protesters. The headlines will read something like, rioters overtake the city. Looters are not welcome in our area. Even if there are no riots, no one is looting. The storyline is different when there are black bodies involved. Because black lives don't matter. Not in the way that they should. It's not safe for us to be in the streets. It's not safe for us. It's not safe for our country. And honestly, 92% of black women, 80% of black men said absolutely not. And I don't know what it was. I don't know what clicked. We didn't have a meeting. There was no Zoom call. But on Wednesday, November the 6th, we all woke up. And we decided to sit down. Because see, black people have been fighting. We have been fighting for hundreds of years. One of the kids' books, I'll do a review on it. One of the kids' books that me and my children have gone over, it is called Born on the Water. And it talks about chattel slavery and how the greatest form of resistance was to keep existing. That's what black people are doing. We are continuing to exist. And for us, at this point, that means sitting back so that we can continue to exist.
White people, this is some real shit that I'm about to say, okay? Because I've been seeing a lot of videos circulating around, white people saying, oh, you know, y'all want black people to be more involved in everything that's happening right now and everything that's going on. Where are we? Why aren't we helping y'all? Be fucking for real right now. Okay? Deontay Kyle said it best. Renee Good is a tragedy to y'all, and it's just another Tuesday for us. And I'm not being funny. And I'm not trying to be divisive, right? Because I am one of the main people, like, we need to be together. We need to stick together as a collective. But when y'all coming at us the way that y'all coming at us on social media, especially on TikTok, asking where are we, where was y'all at? We got Sandra Bland, Tamir Rice, Eric Garner, Corinne Gaines, Sean Bell, Philando Castile. Like, I mean, I could keep going on. Where was y'all at? We been fucked up. We fucked up. We fucked up. I ain't even want to cry on the motherfucking internet. Okay? We been feeling. How y'all feeling about Renee Good is how we been feeling. For years. Not for weeks. Not for days. And to have the gall to come on social media and be like, where is black people? Y'all need to get in the motherfucking field. Period. And not with no motherfucking inflatable suits and not with no motherfucking snowballs. Because anytime that we take our black ass outside any goddamn where, we gotta be prepared to put our motherfucking life on the line. And that's just real motherfucking talk. And y'all ain't nothing but talk. Everybody keep wanting to tell me, oh, the Handmaid's Tale, the Handmaid's Tale. I ain't never watched that shit. And everybody keep using it as a reference point. Y'all bitches watched it and still went and voted for motherfucking Trump. Please be fucking for real. Stop playing with me.
Where was all this rage when Black Lives Matter was a thing? Okay, instead of Black Lives Matter, you guys replaced it with All Life Matters. Okay, and all of a sudden you guys started saying things like, oh, black fatigue, we are tired of black fatigue. And right now you now want the same people that you have fatigue over to come out and protest along you guys. Okay, I'm so shocked that, you know, white folks are deciding to speak up now, other than speaking up when they were supposed to speak up. Okay, where were you when all of these things that you guys are complaining about was happening to black folks, and all of a sudden some of you are having like anger issues right now because a white woman was the one, you know, is the one affected by some of these things? Okay, not only that, where was this rage when a black person, a black man who I've forgotten that his name again, Potter something, okay, was also unalived as well? Where was all of this rage, and why is nobody talking about it in the first place? Actually, somebody made a list of of people who have also been, you know, taken by ICE, okay, just like Renee Good, but allegedly, but nobody have actually spoken about it in recent times. So why is there so much rage because black people have decided to stay silent? Why is there so much anger because black people have decided to be on their own? Because you guys already know what the answers are, right? If a black person come out to start protesting and start doing this, some of the things that you guys witness, which is like some of you come back and say, oh, this was so good, the whole protest came out well, there was no police brutality, there was no police anything, everything was so cool, and it was just like a family gathering. Okay, you guys remember all of those words that you guys say? Okay, now if a black person, okay, come out and protest as much as you guys came out, you already know what that protest is going to turn. And that's why a lot of them are like, you know what, we are staying out. Okay, and what happened in 2024 November 5th, okay, is already a lesson for a lot of black folks, and a lot of them have decided to stay off you guys, you know, whatever you guys have decided to do, because it's no longer their duty to push you guys into doing something that is right. It's your time to protest. Like one black lady will always say, she said something about white people can also protest, so let them protest. And I actually agree that, right? I agree with that a lot, because yeah, who is actually on the street right now protesting? Okay, now they are not passing the narrative somehow. Sometimes you see videos of saying that, oh, these liberals were paid to come and protest and all of that. No, the rage is actually out there. White people are getting in that, there is hunger in the land, there is so much happening in the land, and yet there is ICE, taking people and all of that. Just so many things are really, waking a lot of people up. Now, the wake-up call is here for a lot of them. Some of them are waking up to reality, because somehow they have not seen reality for a very long time. But now the reality is here, and a lot of them are not seeing truly what black folks have been saying for decades, for years, telling them about what could happen to them if they all, vote against their own interests and all of that. But a lot of them didn't listen. Like that white woman said, he said, if we had listened to black people, probably, okay, most of the things that we're going through right now is because we have chosen not to listen to black people. And I'm very shocked that a lot of them are getting the wake-up call right now, because black people have refused to stand for anybody except their community, channeling their energy to their community, channeling everything to their community, and not trying to impress any other community, because somehow black people have built other communities, kind of patronize other communities, stand with them, protested with them. But right now it is their turn to stand for themselves and for their community, patronize their community members, keep their black dollars in their community. And a lot of people are raging about it, because they have chosen themselves over every other person. That shouldn't even be so in the first place, right? Every community should focus on their community, build your community first before deciding to build other people's community. And of course, it's okay for communities to collaborate, but when the collaboration comes from just one place, then there's actually an issue. And that particular community that have always constantly supported these other communities need to wake up. And I think it's a wake-up call for a lot of black people right now. Anyway, guys, let me know what your own take are in the comment section. I would really love to read from you guys. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do want to like and subscribe, and credit belongs to original creators of these videos. Thank you so much, and see you all on my next. Bye, guys.